Hello, my name is Melissa Keister. This is part 2 of the tutorial for muscle testing and Bioset healing. Bioset is a system, it's a holistic approach to healing using acupressure and energy work, among other things. It was developed by Dr. Ellen Cutler, who wrote this book, The Food Allergy Cure. I get most of my information from this book, but I've also learned so much from my doctor in West Monroe, Dr. Carolyn Yakubowski, and my Bioset practitioner, Dr. Melissa Kuhn, based in Houston, Texas. I have used Bioset to cure and relieve food allergies, but to also help my body fight illness, and I've used it in emergency situations. As a matter of fact, Bioset helped to save my life last weekend, so I'm very thankful for it. If you have a lot of food allergies, I highly recommend finding a local Bioset practitioner near you because they can find the underlying causes and treat those causes in groups, and it's much more efficient that way. When I'm treating myself using Bioset, I like to use the finger muscle test that I showed in part 1 of this video tutorial. Alright, so you remember that you have to create a baseline of strength. Alright, so that's a strong. Now, I'm going to take honey. Honey is a good thing for me to always clear because I used to be allergic to it and could not eat it at all. But now, through Bioset, I'm able to eat it, but I have to clear myself for each new jar of honey. I'm allergic to every new jar. So, just to show, he easily pulls my fingers apart. And so now we're going to treat it using Bioset. When you use Bioset, it's as simple as karate chopping from the top of the spine, the very top of the spinal cord, and moving all the way down to the tailbone, and then going back up. You need to do 4 cycles of this, and you have a different breathing pattern for each cycle. For the first cycle, you inhale and hold your breath. And for the second cycle, you exhale and hold your breath. For the third cycle, you hyperventilate or pant. And for the fourth cycle, you breathe normally. So we're going to show you how this works. I inhale and hold my breath. Exhale, hold my breath. Hyperventilate. And breathe normally. Now we test again to see if it worked. Alright, I tested strong, so I am now cleared to eat honey. When I'm treating an illness or an allergy reaction that I don't know what I reacted to, I always take a cotton swab and sample my saliva and put it in a little baggie. You can of course also use blood, that would be effective, and depending on what the problem is, you can use urine or stool or mucus. But we're just going to test this. I test weak, so we're going to do Bioset, and I'll hold on to the sample while we do the Bioset. So inhale, hold breath. Exhale, hold your breath. Hyperventilate. And breathe normally. Okay, now we're going to test C, and it holds, so I should be feeling better. You can do this test solo if the need arises. I have needed to do this to myself, so all you do is you just take your hand and karate chop whatever you can get, okay? And you do the breathing along with it, holding on to whatever you suspect made you allergic or your saliva sample. I also do this for my children when they're sick. With my 4-year-old, he's not quite able to follow the breathing patterns, so I do the breathing for him. And sometimes I find him actually mimicking the breathing patterns with me, so that's helpful. For my infant, I take the sample of saliva or mucus, I stick it in her diaper, and I do Bioset on her. And of course, I'm far more gentle with her than I am with myself. And this has helped both of them as far as getting better faster. Now for emergency situations, last weekend my husband rolled me over onto my stomach, and while I was lying on the floor, he performed this for me. I'm very practiced at the breathing patterns by now, so I was able to follow, but if not, you can always do the breathing for the person you're performing the emergency treatment on. I hope this information helps and blesses you and your family and those you know. Thanks!